GamerGrade.
What is up guys, as usual it's Jay, and in this video I'll be showing you a quick starter guide for Sekiro, demonstrating the best farming route for both experience and Sen, which is reachable within the first hour of starting the game. In typical From Software fashion, Sekiro is a very challenging game, no different from the Souls games that came before it. For this reason, it's wise to equip your character with useful skills and abilities well before reaching even the first main boss. And to do this, you will need a lot of experience points. The problem is, your experience points as well as Sen, which is the game's main currency, will both halve every time you die, and this loss is permanent. There's a consistent status effect on your character called Unseen Aid, which applies a calculated percentage up to a maximum of 30%, which prevents this loss from happening. But this is random, so by no means reliable. The current percentage of Unseen Aid can be checked at the bottom of the menu screens as shown here. This percentage will gradually decrease the more you die, so even though death is expected multiple times, attempting to minimise it is in your best interest in terms of character progression. In relation to experience points, the 50% loss only affects the experience points built up since your last banked skill point. This is your experience point progression bar. As you kill enemies and earn experience points, the bar in the middle slowly fills. When it reaches the top, the large number to the left will increment by 1, indicating how many skill points you have permanently banked, which are unaffected by death. However, the progress of your experience bar currently filling to bank the next skill point will be halved every time you die, until it reaches 1, at which point no experience points are lost upon death. Only until the bar starts filling again will the deduction be applied. In relation to how much Sen you lose, this is purely based on how much your character is carrying at the point of death. And just like experience points, this will keep halving until it reaches 1. For this reason, it's best to spend most of your earned Sen on spirit emblems or quick items every time you visit an idol or merchant to minimise this loss. Regularly purchasing a lot of spirit emblems is a good idea, since they power all your prosthetic tools and are permanently banked if you cannot carry them on your person. And just like quick items, will automatically refill your personal inventory from your bank storage every time you rest at an idol. It's also worth noting that coin purses in their unopened states are unaffected by the death mechanic, keeping the Sen inside safe, so make sure to never open them. You can then sell the coin purses in their unopened states to a trader when you need to buy something. They return the same value as opening them, saving you from manually doing so. You can also buy coin purses from some traders, costing a little more Sen to buy than the actual amount of Sen inside. Make sure to do this often, as this will protect your money, allowing you to permanently bank it. The little interest you pay up front for the privilege will save you thousands over the course of the game. The quickest and safest way to farm a decent amount of experience and Sen with no risk of dying very early in the game is by reaching the Estate Path Idol, which is located in Hirata's Estate. To reach this estate, you'll need to talk to this old lady, who you come across shortly after arriving at the dilapidated temple. She'll hand over an item called the Young Lord's Bell Charm. Before you reach her, you will first encounter this samurai general, who is the first mini-boss of the game. If he proves too tough at this stage, simply run across the rooftops and sneak by. Make sure to return and defeat him once you have a few more skills under your belt, as he drops a gourd seed which improves your healing gourd, as well as a prayer bead which increases your vitality and posture. Make sure to grab the loaded shuriken prosthetic tool from here and get it fitted by the sculptor back at the temple, as it will come in very handy for the farming run demonstrated shortly. It will be used specifically to take down the fire archers from a distance. After acquiring the bell charm from the old lady, return to the dilapidated temple and speak with the sculptor. Then make the offering to the Buddha statue he refers to. This will then open up a new area for exploration called the Hirata Estate. Upon arriving at this new area, drop down to the path using the grapple points to break your fall, and make your way across the bridge to activate the second idol of the area, the Estate Path Idol, which is where you will be returning to replenish the enemies. This first section of the farming run can be quickly cleared by allowing the torch guard to walk closer a few steps, then quickly sprint out and take him down. Then lock on to the first of 2 archers. Swap targets using the right stick if needs be. Then shoot 3 shuriken to take down the archer. If the nearby guard rushes you as shown here, draw him back out of range of the second archer, then quickly take him down. Then take out the second archer with 3 more shuriken from a distance. After killing the first archer with 3 shuriken, if the second guard doesn't rush you, then prioritise taking down the second archer first as shown here. Then you can bring down the final guard with ease. The second section involves jumping down into this adjacent area, but before doing so, first stand at the edge of the broken wall, then lock on to the lone archer, and take him down with 3 shuriken from a distance. Pushing the right stick up and down while locked onto a target will change targets vertically. Once he's down, rush the torch guard, which you should take down first, as he's quick and easy prey. Then focus on taking down the hard hitter dual wielding an axe. Once he's dealt with, find the second dual wielder hiding in a back room if he hasn't already come out to join in the fun. Once all enemies are down, take this direct path back to the idol, jumping on top of the hut and over the wall. Feel free to spend any sen on spirit emblems to minimise loss if you die. Rinse and repeat this super quick and easy farming route for around 20 to 30 minutes, and you should have several useful skills making your path ahead much easier, all while keeping your chances of dying at pretty much 0. You'll need to purchase the 2 opening skills, Whirlwind Slash and Mikiri Counter, the latter being an important skill for defeating many tough enemies. A very important skill to also unlock as a priority is Breath of Life Light, which recovers vitality with every death blow. Since you'll be performing a death blow on every enemy you come across, the improvement to your survivability Breath of Life offers cannot be overstated. If you want to get the absolute best advantage when using the effective stealth mechanic built into the game, which is highly recommended, then it's worthwhile purchasing the 2 skills Suppress Presence and Suppress Sound. These skills will make enemies much less aware of you when crouched, making those stealthy takedowns much easier to set up and execute. The game expects you to use the stealth mechanic to your advantage, and without it, many confrontations would be near impossible. So make sure to pay close attention to the numerous opportunities built into the environment throughout the game. If you have any other skill trees unlocked, they will be listed horizontally at the top of the screen, allowing you to easily tab through them to plan your next upgrade that takes your fancy. If you learned a thing or two from this video, please punch that thumbs up and consider subscribing if you would like to see more content from GamerGrade. Every like and sub helps me tremendously and will allow me to make more kick-ass videos in future. I'm Jay, peace out, and I'll see you in the next one.